What's up everybody, my name's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul that I ordered from Book Outlet. If you don't know what Book Outlet is, it's a website that offers discounted books, and there's two different categories of books you can choose from. There's bargain books that are overflow from publishers and stores, and the second is scratch and dent, which are used so they could be torn, they could have gently used spines, that sort of thing. All the books I got were bargain books. I spent $40 and I saved $90. So if you're interested in any of that, of checking it out, I'll leave a link down below. It has a point system as well. When you spend money, you earn points, and you can take little like monthly quizzes and earn points. There's different things you do to earn points, and every certain step you can earn money towards your books. I think $100 or 100 points, you get like $5 off. I've already met that goal. It's not that hard to get there. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The first book I chose was Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. This is part of the continuation of the Throne of Glass series. I have up to Empire of Storms right there. Some of my other ones are over here because I just read them, but I needed to get the rest of the books so I can finish this series off, so I can see what happens with Selena or Aileen. I'm really excited to read this. I can't wait to find out what happens to one of my favorite heroines. So that's Tower of Dawn. And this is a hardcover. I think I got this for like $6 or $7 when normally it's probably like $20, so that was a steal. The next book I got, also Throne of Glass, I got Kingdom of Ash, which I believe is the conclusion of the Throne of Glass series. So of course I needed to get this so I can finish it off. I'm really excited to read it. I'm also really sad to read it because that would mean that I will no longer be in the world of Selena. So yeah, there's that. Look how thick that book is. I think I also got this one for like $6 or $7. Again, great deal. The next book I got was a book that I've heard good things about. I know it has a sequel coming out pretty soon, and that is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. It says, some stories are so beautiful, so brutal, that they claw at your heart and refuse to let go. Welcome to the world of Wicked Saints, an epic, passionate novel that you won't soon forget. Prepare to meet a girl named Nadia who hears the whisper of the gods inside her head. A prince surrounded by desperate suitors and deadly assassins, a monster hidden behind pale, tortured eyes, and a smile that cuts like a knife. The path of these three characters become entwined during a centuries-long war filled with sinners and saints, magic and mystery, and a star-crossed romance that threatens to tip the scales between dark and light forever. That sounded really intriguing. I've heard really great things about it, and I can't wait to read it. The next book I've also heard nothing but good things about. All the reviews I've seen have been pretty much 5 stars. And that's A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I love Beauty and the Beast, so I had to check it out. It says, cursed by a powerful enchantress to repeat the autumn of his 18th year, Prince Ren, the heir to Emberfall, thought he could be saved easily if a girl fell for him, but that was before he turned into a vicious beast hell-bent on destruction, before he destroyed his castle, his family, and every last shred of hope. Nothing has ever been easy for Harper. With her father long gone, her mother dying, and her brother constantly underestimating her because of her cerebral palsy, Harper learned to be tough enough to survive. When she tries to save a stranger on the streets of Washington, D.C., she's pulled into a magical world. Harper doesn't know where she is or what to believe. A prince, a curse, a monster. As she spends times with Ren in his enchanted land, she begins to understand what's at stake. And as Ren realizes Harper is not just another girl to charm, his hopes come flooding back. But powerful forces are standing against Emberfall, and it will take more than a broken curse to save Harper, Wren, and his people from utter ruin. Like I said, I've heard great things about this. I love that Harper isn't your typical heroine where she's doesn't really have anything wrong with her. She's just, this is coming out wrong. I love that she's not typical. I love that they chose the heroine to have cerebral palsy. I think that's awesome. It kind of lends light to people who have to deal with that. It looks like every other chapter is told from a perspective of the other person. So you've got Harper and Wren. And there is a second one to this. I don't think it follows Harper and Wren. I'm not even sure if it's in the same world, but I know there's a sequel. I think it's Heart So Fierce and Broken, I believe. And yeah, I'm really excited to read both of those when I finally get my hands on the second one. The next is Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. I got a candle in my owl crate in, I believe, December that was based on this book, and it was one of my favorite candles, so I needed to check out and see what it was all about. So it says, Serena Tesoro has been groomed her whole life to become a Grace, someone to stand by the heir to the throne as a shining, subjugated example of the perfect woman. It's her chance to secure a better life for her family and to keep her headstrong and rebellious younger sister Nomi out of trouble. But when Nomi catches the heir's eye instead, Serena is the one who takes the fall for the dangerous secret her sister has been hiding. Trapped in a life she never wanted, Nomi has only one option: surrender to her role as a Grace until she can use her position to save Serena. But this is easier said than done. A traitor walks the halls of the Palazzo, and deception lurks in every corner. Meanwhile, Serena is running out of time, imprisoned on the island where she must fight to the death to survive, surrounded by women stronger than she is. One wrong move could cost her everything. There's no room for weakness on Mount Ruin, especially the weakness of the heart. So it sounds like it's about a sister who has to save her other sister, and I'm really excited to read that. So, Grace and Fury. The next book, I also know has a sequel that just came out, which is why I wanted to pick this one up so I could get that sequel. This is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Powell-Preto. I do know it's about a girl who wants to be a phoenix rider, and these phoenix riders are like warriors. So, says, I had a sister once. In a world ruled by fierce warrior queens, a grand empire was built upon the backs of phoenix riders, legendary warriors who soared through the sky on wings of fire until a war between two sisters ripped it all apart. I promised her the throne would not come between us. 16 years later, Veronica is a war orphan who dreams of becoming a phoenix rider like the heroes of old. After a shocking betrayal from her controlling sister, Veronica strikes out alone to find the riders, even if that means disguising herself as a boy to join their ranks. But it is a fact of life that one must kill or be killed, rule or be ruled. Just as Veronica finally feels like she belongs, her sister turns up and reveals a tangled web of lies between them that will change everything. And meanwhile, the new empire has learned of the riders' return and intends to destroy them once and for all. Sometimes the title of queen is given, sometimes it must be taken. Crown of Feathers is an epic fantasy about love's incredible power to save or to destroy. Interspersed throughout the story of Avalkira Ashfire, the last rider queen, who would rather see her empire burn than have it fall into her sister's hands. That sounds awesome, and I cannot wait to read this. So that is Crown of Feathers, again, by Nikki Powell-Preto. I don't remember what the second one's called, but I can't wait to read this one so I can get my hands on the other one. And the last book, the paperback that I got, all those other ones, these 6 were hardbacks. And I got them all for less than $6 a piece, I think. The last one was a paperback. It's called The Hazel Wood, a novel by Melissa Albert. And I've heard good things about this too. Pretty sure it's about a girl whose grandma was like an author, a fantasy author or something, and she somehow gets pulled into the world of her grandma's book. It says 17-year-old Alice and her mother have spent most of Alice's life on the road, always one step ahead of the uncanny bad luck biting at their heels. Well, when Alice's grandmother, the reclusive author of a book of pitch-black fairy tales, dies alone on her estate, the Hazel Wood, Alice discovers how bad her luck can really get. Her mother is stolen away by a figure who claims to come from the cruel supernatural world where her grandmother's stories are set. Alice's only lead is the message her mother left behind: stay away from the Hazel Wood. Alice has long steered clear of her grandmother's cultish fans, but now she has no choice but to ally with her classmate and fairy tale superfan, Ellery Finch, who may have his own reasons for wanting to help her. To rescue her mother, Alice must venture first to the Hazelwood, and then into the world where her grandmother's tales began, and where she might discover why her own story went so wrong. That sounds really cool. I really like books that are like fairy tales within fairy tales, so I'm really intrigued to read this, and I can't wait to do so. So that is all the books that I got from my first order from Book Outlet. I do have another one coming very soon, so watch out for that. Again, I got 7 books. 6 of them were hardback. 1 was a paperback. I spent $40 on all of these. Saved $90. So that was amazing. Again, if you are interested in checking out Book Outlet, I will link. I'll put a link down below. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if any of those sound good to you. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.